Hi, my name is Peter Brademeyer, and today I'm going to show you how to send just your program window to your client instead of sending your whole screen. And if your connection is not that fast, it's a good way to send a little bit less data. You're not trying to send the whole screen, you can just send a smaller image to your client and keep that latency really low. Make sure they can continue to see it in real time as you're editing. I'm using an iMac Pro, so my screen resolution is 5120 by 2880, and my second monitor is 2560 by 1440. So if I share my whole screen, I'm sharing either a 5K or a 2K plus resolution image of live video. And it's not necessary to try to live stream a 5K monitor. So let's see if we can make it smaller and just create a client monitor that we can stream. So a great way to share just your program window is to use what's called a headless display or a display emulator. So you plug in either an HDMI or a mini display port or something like that into your system so that you can trick it into thinking it has another display. And then you're going to send the image to that other display. And a display emulator is just like a little dongle you plug in. And these are really cheap, 10, 20 bucks on Amazon. I've tested a few different ones. I'll leave a link in the YouTube description to the one that I'm using. So to make sure it's set up correctly, I'm going to go to Display Settings and look at the arrangement. So here's my Retina display. Here is my second iMac monitor. And then here's the headless unit. Here's the display emulator that I plugged in. But it's still pretty big. That's 1920 by 1080. So I'm going to gather the windows and go to this emulator. Now, if I look at the options, I get a few options, 6 options. But none of them are really that small. 1280 by 720 is the lowest I see. But if I hold down the Option key on my keyboard, then I hit Scaled, I'm going to get all the other options that the emulator can do. Maybe not the ones recommended by the Mac, but the one that the emulator can do. So I'm going to go all the way down to 640 by 480. And now look how tiny that is. That's my emulator. So that'll be a lot less information I'm trying to send. It's still going to look really good, and it's going to be really fast to my client. So I'm going to move that up here just a little bit, just for the heck of it, so that my mouse doesn't get lost on the screen. Then I'm going to shut that down. Now when I go into Premiere, I'm going to choose to have the program window playback on the display emulator. So I'm going to go to Preferences and Playback. And I'm going to choose, I can see, 640 by 480. It thinks that's another monitor I have, so I'm going to say, okay, it's going to send it there. Now when I go to videocart.com, I'm going to open up a new live edit, and it's created the room. Now I'm going to say share my entire screen, and I'm going to choose this screen, which it has my program window on it. So I'm going to share that. So now I'm only trying to upload 640 by 480. It's a lot easier, and my connection does not need to be as fast to keep the edit in real time. And even if you have a great connection, sometimes you want to just send the program monitor so that they can see it bigger on their screen. So that's a great trick, is using a display emulator. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.